Is your cat throwing up clear liquid? Is it yellow or green? Has it happened more than once or twice? Then you may be wondering, why is my cat throwing up clear liquid? And is that bad? So let's talk about that today. Hi, I'm a vet and this is your place for all things veterinary medicine. So in today's episode, we're going to talk about why cats throw up that clear, foamy liquid, and is that bad? It's like a clump of fur that looks like a ball. And the way that they ingest this extra fur is by grooming themselves. As they lick themselves clean, they ingest some of that loose undercoat and that accumulates in their stomachs and intestines. So if you've been feeding your cat the same food for a long time and you decided to switch to something different, while hairballs, eating too fast and food sensitivities can all cause your cat to throw up a clear liquid, there are some more serious medical conditions that can cause a cat to do this as well. First, look around in the vomit to see what you find. Did you see a hairball? Does it look like grass or a plant? Maybe you found some small pebbles or dirt. Most of the time it's not a serious problem. However, if it happens more frequently, then definitely take your cat to the vet and have them checked out. There's no shame in taking your cat to the vet just to be on the safe side. After all, it's better to be safe than sorry. Knowing what was in the vomit can help your vet determine what caused it. I hope you enjoyed learning about the common causes of vomiting in cats and when it's serious. Next, you want to note if there's any blood in the vomit. Blood in the vomit can indicate a more serious problem and may require emergency treatment. Also, if your cat is lethargic or weak or has a decreased appetite, you should contact your vet. Sometimes these clinical signs can indicate a systemic problem, meaning that it's affecting the whole body. These cats may need to be hospitalized for further testing and treatment. Otherwise, if the vomiting stops and your cat is acting normal, then you probably don't need to worry about it too much. However, if the vomiting continues or gets worse, you should contact your vet again. So the first one is inflammatory bowel disease, or IBD. So the first step that you can do to prevent vomiting in your cat is to feed them smaller meals throughout the day instead of 2 large meals. This can help decrease the chances of them inhaling their food and getting stomach upset. You can put their food down for a few minutes and let them eat as much as they want and then pick it back up and then put it back down a couple hours later. This allows them to graze throughout the day and prevents them from having huge meals all at once. Another thing that you can do to help prevent vomiting is to provide plenty of fresh water. Sometimes cats can become dehydrated because they've been vomiting so much. Dehydration can worsen the situation and make them even more nauseous. So making sure that your cat has access to fresh, clean water at all times is beneficial. Also, consider switching to a food that is easier to digest, such as a hydrolyzed protein diet. These diets break down the proteins into smaller pieces so they're less likely to cause an allergic reaction. If you think that your cat's vomiting is due to a food allergy, then this is a great option to try out. Just like with humans, cats can suffer from IBD, which can cause them to lose appetite, be nauseous and vomit. Another condition that can cause vomiting is hyperthyroidism. Hyperthyroidism means that the thyroid gland is working too hard and producing too much thyroid hormone. The increased metabolism can cause the cat to feel nauseous and have vomiting and diarrhea. Also, kidney disease can cause vomiting. In fact, any type of internal organ dysfunction can cause the cat to be nauseous and have vomiting. So it's just important to take your cat to the vet and get them checked out if they have persistent vomiting, especially if it's accompanied with other symptoms like decreased appetite, lethargy, weight loss, or other GI signs like diarrhea or constipation. It can cause some gastrointestinal upset, including vomiting, diarrhea, constipation, and other symptoms like loss of appetite and weight loss. So if you suspect that a dietary change or a food sensitivity is causing your cat's vomiting, then it would be a good idea to make an appointment with your veterinarian and get their opinion on what diet you should be feeding your kitty. Also, certain ingredients can cause more of an upset in the stomach than others. For example, some cats are very sensitive to the protein sources in their food. So if they're eating a beef and barley diet and they're sensitive to the beef, then it can cause them to have digestive issues and make them throw up. So that's another reason why cats might throw up a clear liquid. Eventually, it becomes a large enough mass that it irritates the lining of their stomach and they have the urge to vomit. So they'll start retching and gagging and eventually they'll throw it back up. So let's walk through both the serious and non-serious causes of vomiting in cats, and then at the end I'll tell you what to do if your cat throws up and how to prevent it from happening again. I mean, they inhale their food sometimes. And it's really funny to watch, but it can cause them to have stomach upset and they can throw up as well. A lot of times, cats don't get to eat free choice throughout the day. They might only get fed once or twice, but it's a big meal. So they're trying to make up for all the missed meals that they haven't had yet. So when it's dinner time, they just chow down and try to finish everything all at once. This eating style can cause stomach upset, gas, bloating and other symptoms like vomiting. So the good news is that vomiting occasionally is not always a bad thing. That's right. Cats often will have hairballs and they'll need to vomit those up. They also sometimes eat too fast and then they need to puke. It could be because they've had a change in their diet, or maybe they have some food sensitivities. These are all causes that aren't usually too serious. However, there are some causes that can be serious. Cause number 1, hairballs. Hairballs are ingested fur that collects in the stomach and the intestines and eventually reaches a point where the cat needs to vomit it up. Number 2, eating too fast. How many times have you seen your cat race through its food like it just never gonna be fed again? Cause number 3, food sensitivities or diet changes. Cats can develop food sensitivities over time, just like humans can develop food allergies. Cause number 4, illness or underlying conditions. If your cat throws up, here's what you need to do. Now let's talk about how to prevent your cat from vomiting. One last bit of advice: don't panic if your cat throws up a clear liquid once or twice. Well, that's it for today.